can tell because of those hints, because of a video, because of a book. Maybe there's some information that was shared. Maybe they're asking a sheikh. Maybe they're asking someone that is already in polygyny and it's not the OPR team or family. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, for those of you that are new, just wanted to let you all know, because we get asked a lot, my awesome co-wife, Coach Nyla, and I, sometimes people get us mixed up, but I'm the initial wife of Coach Nazir. I don't say that as a flex. I say that for information. So that's just an FYI for, again, those that are new and just discovering us and tuning in. Now, this video, let's get right on to it, like I like to do, is entitled, it's beginning to look a lot like poly or polygyny, which is the practice, the marital practice of having more than one wife and one husband, which is traditional marital practice that predates Islam. I know that Islam gets a huge, horrible, bad rep from some of the negative people in the world, but there are some success stories, if I can talk, in polygyny, and I just wanted to really make a video addressing some of the signs that your spouse wants to practice polygyny. Now, for example, in my own marriage, I married pretty young and I had help with that, Coach Nyla, but we had our conversations, but we didn't have a sit down, serious conversation about polygyny, and we should have. We just should have. And it was like, he didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. So nobody talked about it. And it's really detrimental to the marriage, because one's waiting for the other instead of just grabbing the bull by the horns, just sitting down and really having an open, honest, safe discussion about polygyny. You know, there shouldn't be, can't make you do nothing now you're grown, but there shouldn't be any consequences to having a discussion such as that. I think marriages should really be a safe space to communicate and talk about the concerns, because if you can't have a safe discussion about your marriage with your spouse, I don't know who you can have that with, you know, and it be effective. Now, with that being said, there are some signs that your husband might want to entertain the conversation, facilitate the conversation, talk about it. He might be scared to bring it up because then he has to think, well, I don't want my wife to think that she's lacking in any area. And if I tell her she's not lacking, she might not believe me, you know. But some of the signs are that you're getting a video from OPR. And that's just what it is. And I think there's so much care in it because you want to kind of get information from people that have walked it, talked it, went through the ups and downs, the highs and lows, the trauma to triumph. You want to get it like right up close, personal, raw. You know, you want it honest. So if the husband doesn't know how to communicate to you, you might end up with one of our videos. Don't be alarmed, because we are here to help. We're not here to break families apart. We're not here to destroy families. We really want to help families and marriages because we didn't have anybody help us. So once we really invested in our work, in our personal development, growth, and wellness, we said, look, we're almost obligated to put the information in front of other people because we knew what we knew and we know what we know. So, you know, I'm an ENFP, I'm a feeler, and I like to see people win. Our whole OPR team likes to see families win because OPR. Polygyny is not just about any man and any one or two or three or four women. It's about family. Once the dust settles, it really is. It's not about causing destruction, although there are those that do, and they prey on women and they try to rip families apart, and they got a punishment coming for that. So there's a punishment attached to that, and we know it is. If it won't be in this life, it might be in the next. Ain't no might, it will be. I'm a practicing Muslim, and I don't hide from the fact that I am. And I just need to let people know that, because that matters to me if it doesn't matter to them. Now, let's get back on the topic at hand. So one of them is getting a video from us. Another is if there's clues, if there's hints.
I am Coach Nazir.
And I'm Coach Fatimah, his wife.
And I am Coach Nyla. I am also his wife.
We are the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as the authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, how can you get your hands on a copy of it right now? The great part is, we're about to share that with you, but first, let me tell you about why you need to at least get your hands on one or maybe more copies, depending on where you are in your polygynous journey.
Some of the things that we discuss in our book are issues about trust, insecurities, jealousy among wives, and maybe even, possibly even, creating lasting friendships.
Especially friendships amongst co-wives. And we share in this book how you can understand that it takes a village, that polygyny is not some taboo topic or something that's going to leave women stranded alone and kids not loving each other or feel like they're left alone by their fathers or from their fathers or whatever the case may be. You will learn so much in this book. Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored.
Indeed, we lay down the practical steps that we wish we'd have had when we started our polygynous journey over 13 years ago. Well, the time is here, and all you have to do, go to letstalkpolygamy.com. Order a copy, order the bundle, do whatever it is you need to do so there's no more excuses, and we make it marriage great again by reminding people of polygamy, which is an ancient solution to a modern day problem. Letstalkpolygamy.com. Get your pre-sale order on. With that being said,
make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level
every single day.
Visit the link. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Peace.
We know what a hint is. We don't have to have anybody break that down for us. We know if there's books showing up in the house, if there is certain conversations that they try to have but are shut down or shot down. But mainly, you can tell because of those hints, because of a video, because of a book. Maybe there's some information that was shared. Maybe they're asking a sheikh. Maybe they're asking someone that is already in polygyny and it's not the OPR team or family. That's my family. Maybe it's not us. But the conversation is so incredible that we don't do polygyny any justice if we don't have it, if we don't have the conversation, if we don't talk about it, if we don't sit down and hear the side of the husband, hear the side of the wife, and come together and try to figure some things out peacefully, you know? If the husband wants to have more children, I've seen this many times, the husband wants to have more children, and I myself have had 7. I would say I've had 7 people. I don't have anything to prove to anyone. But I say it in jest, but I also say it to say that I'm not having no more. If it's up to me, I'm not having any more. That's not my goal. I've helped populate this earth, and I did my part. I never thought I'd have 7 children, and I had 7 people. So alhamdulillah for my many blessings, but there are some sisters that are done. And the brother might want a big old family. Coach Nazir has 10 and 2 bonus babies. So bonus babies meaning they big, but they babies under me. But I had to think about that. I couldn't physically continue to have children, nor did I desire to continue to have children. So that's another topic. That's another hint. That's another issue that, you know, the couple needs to figure out. And I didn't get to control how many kids he continued to have. And I didn't want to, because he's not my creation. You know, if we created the people, we could make them do and not do and all this other stuff, and we just don't have the privilege. So, but I could see why he wanted to continue. Coach Nazir is from a massive family on both sides, maternal and paternal, massive. So some part of me went, he comes from that. He comes from that. He comes from large, big, beautiful families. So this is not anything foreign. In my mind, you know, as an initial wife, I wasn't like, well, why would he want such a big family? That man come from that. That's what he knows. That's what they do on both sides, you know? So he didn't deviate from that. That's just something that he wanted to do and expand his family. And shout out to him for that, because I think he's very serious about being there for everyone in our family and doing what he needs to do. And the people go, is she making excuses for me? Here she go. Here she go. I don't care nothing about that. I tell you all the time, I don't give a flying fig about being liked. I don't have to be liked, honey. That's okay. I like me. And I know a lot of people that like me and my family. And shout out to some of you that like and love us as well. But that's another thing, to just really look at the history. And his grandfather had more than one wife. So that wasn't common knowledge back in the day. But to us as youth, we were like, what? It was newsworthy for us, but it makes so much sense. But there's many things. There's getting a YouTube video from us. There's hints. There's asking questions, getting information. Asking a question and being able to receive the information, and just merely asking, is it something that your husband wants to practice? And it can be asked in a gentle way. I would not ask in a vicious way, because one thing I know about people, once you start asking them things in such a mean-spirited way, they tend to shut down, because they're trying to protect their heart. They're trying to protect themselves. So if we give them the opportunity to communicate to us that that's something that they want to do, then we can get some answers up front. Sometimes they don't always have the answers. They're still figuring it out too. And then that's where patience comes in. You know, we didn't figure out marriage in a day. A man is not going to figure out polygyny in a day. And they need to be offered some patience to figure it out if they're a good dude. Now, if they're not a good dude and they're a predator and they're preying on the women and they all the negative stuff, got to evaluate that situation and that person. But for me, I knew I had a good dude that was going to see it through. He's doing his best. My co-wife would say the same. I know her enough to know that. Because, honey, if he wasn't, you know, me and her would lead a chat. But he's really awesome. I'm really grateful for his effort. And I'm sure he's grateful for ours as well. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope you got some gems from this video. And if you are interested in our coaching or counseling programs, all three of us offer. The wives offer counseling and our husband offers coaching for the men. Now, please, if you're interested and want more details, visit outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/store for those details. And I am going to leave you all off like I always do, like the OPR team always does, with a little GLC. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. Make sure you have the hard conversations, okay? And give each other some patience and some kindness and some understanding, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Coach Fatimah. Assalamu alaikum. Peace out.